Every morning, a group of school children on their way to school will pass Timoth's sheds. Usually some of them would stop and watch the big steam engines getting ready. But one morning, Thomas noticed that one of the girls looked a little upset. "Why are you sad?" asked Thomas kindly. "My dog's gone missing," she said sadly. "His name is Alex. He was there last night, but when I woke up this morning, the fence had been knocked down, and he was nowhere to be seen." "Well," said Thomas bravely, "if I find him, I'll bring him back to you." "You will? Oh, thank you." Soon, the school children and some of the engines were gone. "You shouldn't have told her that." "Why?" "She's got her hopes up now, so if you don't find the dog, she'll be even more sadder." Thomas looked worried. Now he was determined to find the dog. Later, Thomas was at Elsbridge Station with Annie and Clarabelle. "Hello, Thomas, how about a race?" Thomas would usually accept a race from Bertie, but today he wanted to go slow, make sure he looked over every inch of the railway line to see if he could actually find the dog. Not today, Bertie. I'm a little occupied." "I'm alright then, Thomas. How about tomorrow?" And Bertie drove away. Thomas was slower than usual today. He was checking every piece of ground he could see for the dog. Annie and Clarabelle were getting very frustrated. Thomas checked the quarry. He checked Arlesdale Station. He even checked the small part of Knapford City that he could see. Finally, Thomas puffed into Knapford Station, very unhappily. Percy puffed in shortly after, looking very worried. "Thomas, I almost hit something on the viaduct." Thomas perked up immediately. "Was it a dog?" I think so." "Oh yes, driver, come on, let's go." "You have to wait," said Phil, Thomas's driver. "We can't just go rushing ahead, we have to stick with the timetable." Soon Thomas shot out of the station. Thomas kept going faster and faster. "I must get to the viaduct, I must get to the viaduct." "Whoa, Thomas, slow down, we're not trying to set any records here." But Thomas wasn't listening. And as he rocketed through the countryside, there he saw the dog on the viaduct. Thomas was very happy, but then he realized he was going too fast. He wouldn't be able to stop. Thomas slammed on his brakes and blew the whistle at full blast. Alex turned around and saw him. Quickly he began running off of the bridge. But just before he got off of the bridge, Thomas rolled to a stop. The dog stopped and turned. He'd never seen a train before, and he didn't know what Thomas was. "It's all right," said Thomas. "Come here." The dog slowly approached Thomas. And then the dog ran and jumped up onto Thomas's running board. Thomas quickly let off a bit of steam to make sure the dog wasn't scared, but he didn't seem a bit fazed about it. And so Thomas shuffled off to the next station. As Thomas passed through all the other stations with Alex, the other engines laughed at him. "Who's your little friend?" laughed James. But Thomas was too glad to be insulted. He was looking forward to picking up the children from the school. At the end of the day, most of the school children were waiting at the station. The girl who Thomas had spoke with earlier had had a miserable day. She couldn't stop thinking about the dog. She was convinced that he wasn't coming back. But just then, from around the corner, there came Thomas's peep peep and a very faint woof woof. And then there came Thomas, puffing in with Alex by his smoke box. Alex jumped off of Thomas and ran straight for the girl. "Oh, thank you, Thomas, thank you." Thomas couldn't help but beam. Soon everyone was inside about Annie and Clarabelle, except for the girl and Alex. But as they were walking, the dog stopped and looked at Thomas. And then Alex ran up and gave Thomas a lick on the cheek. Thomas smiled again. What a nice dog.